Hello, I'm Melissa Ridgen. We are a few short weeks away from Christmas, and whether you celebrate the Christian holiday or not, many of us partake in the spirit of gift giving at this time of year. So today we are helping you out. We've done the scouting for you and have a gift list of 2021 to put in focus for you. Pretty sure we have something for most of the people who will be on your list, all of which supports Indigenous creators and at lots of price points as well. Nothing corporate will be under our tree this year, and nothing will be stuck on a cargo ship out in the ocean. Let's get started. So our first guest, who's going to join us in a second, she does your shopping for you. She packages it up, she ships it to you, and with very detailed instructions so you too can be a beader. She makes an assortment of beading kits so you can learn yourself or you can give the gift of beading to somebody you love. Nikita Lloyd joins us. She is Toledo Dene from Norman Wells, Northwest Territories. She's living in Alberta. Nikita, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. We're thankful that you could come on here and share your gift with us so other people can also benefit from these gifts. It was such a wonderful idea to come up with these beading kits. Was it a COVID business idea when we were all home hunkered down, or how'd you come up with it?
My friend actually asked me to make her one because she was beading with her friend. So that's when I thought it was a great idea that she's probably not the only one out there that doesn't have all the supplies and
well, or even know where to begin, right? Like,
correct,
where
yes.
do you, okay, if I want to bead, like, do you know specifically what type of beads to buy, all the rest of it, right? So you kind of eliminate that from being an issue and just go and get all of the proper stuff, bag it up, right?
Yep. Yeah, everything's shipped out to them.
You know, at one point you thought about beading workshops too, right? But figured that this would be a little more user-friendly?
Yes.
What's been the response?
It's been good. I've shipped all over Canada into the States.
Oh, we're seeing some of the
so far so good.
What are the most popular ones?
The poppy kits.
Yeah, huge demand for beaded poppies. We just saw too the red dress, beautiful. What are we looking at here now? Oh, those are earrings. So people can bead earrings. What's the degree of difficulty for these kits?
I started out on YouTube teaching myself. So like right from beginner starting.
Are they appropriate for kids, or would you say teens, adults? Who could use these?
Anybody that can read. Like kids are good too because they starting out. They're just learning with instructions. So,
and what comes in the kit specific? Obviously the beads, but does everything else come in? Like what? Give us a little idea of what specifically is in those kits.
The backing, the band. There's no banding in there. Beads, needles, instructions. The picture of what you are beading.
I love too you'd said about the instructions because you are a long-time beader. You know your way around beading and a needle and thread and beads, but that's not necessarily the case for everybody who's starting out. So you wanted to make really detailed instructions, but you didn't just trust yourself that those instructions would be easy to read. You actually went out and found people who have no idea how to bead and to see if they would be able to understand and do these kits. I think that's brilliant. They had no trouble, or did they have good advice to offer you to make them a little more user-friendly?
Yeah, I had some feedback on what could be changed and easier for wording. And so I did change those and sent them back. And yeah, they understood them. So I felt that it was good to send them out with everybody.
Tell us a little bit about your subscription boxes too.
Those are... once a month, you can pick and choose whichever ones you'd like, and then different colors get sent out every month so that I know everybody's not easily accessible to beads. So you just get beads delivered to your door every month.
And a little project. I love this. How long does each of the projects take approximately?
A day. It depends on how fast you are, how like much detail you want to put into it.
Where do we find these kits? How do we order?
They're on my Shopify account at Etso Beads.
Amazing. Nikita, thank you for taking the time to share this with us, and hopefully we've got some potential would-be beaders out there, and this is how they can get their start in beading. My next guest is joining us from Edmonton, Alberta. They are taking a quick break from ornament making to join us and share their gifts with us. Tracy and Robin Chenoweth. Tracy's Métis, Robin is Tsimshian. Hey, are you guys there? I don't know. Oh, they're there. We just got a little bit of a time delay here. A little bit of a lag. There we are. Tracy and Robin. Can they hear us? Hang on 2 seconds. We just got a little bit of a technical audio glitch going on there. They can hear us. We can't hear them quite yet. We'll figure it out.
There we are.
There
we go.
Hey! How are you, ladies?
Hello. Very well, thank you.
Amazing. Well, we are super excited to talk about your creations. Tracy, you've been a long-time beader. How did you turn this into a business?
It was just something that I always wanted to do, because when I first came out into the gay community, they actually had nothing. So I wanted to be that go-to person that would make all kinds of stuff for all kinds of jewelry. Yeah. So that's how I got into it.
And it is often the case, your wife quickly got sucked into the business too. That's usually how it goes, right?
Just like a vacuum.
How do you guys divide up who does the labor of all of this? Who has different responsibilities in this new business that you guys have?
No, well, we actually share both responsibilities. Each piece, like, we both have our hands in. You know, I may do the beading on one piece and she may do the beading on the next piece. Like, it depends on how we're feeling, like, inspired.
We're seeing some of your work now. I love this, the Métis glass Christmas bulbs.
Looking at.
We're getting.
These
Sorry,
are incredible.
We couldn't hear you. We got some background sounds.
No, that's okay. It's fine, because we're looking at some of your creations right now, so our audience at home can see just how much detail goes into these Christmas tree ornaments. They're just incredible. Is this turning into a full-time business for you guys?
Yes, it is actually. Like last year we came out with our ornaments and we were just like, we were swamped. We didn't think it would be a big deal, but now, and then this year again, we perfected, but
we're a little more prepared.
Yeah.
A little.
Isn't it funny? It only takes getting swamped one time for you to quickly figure it out, how to not ever have that feeling again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
What's some
and adapt.
What's some of your favorite feedback that you guys have heard about these beautiful ornaments?
Just we get messages when our customers receive them, and they let us know how beautiful they are and how it touches them in different ways. You know, and we do put a lot of heart into our work. One little tidbit that we find when we're beading, depends on the piece that we're making. Sometimes it's easy, like easy flowing. There's no mishaps or anything, you know, it just comes together so easy. So we look at the customer and we try to, how would you say it?
It's kind of like it's their reading.
Yeah.
They get a bit of their personality.
Oh, I love that.
You know, they could be easygoing, or they could be stubborn and hard-headed like myself. Or
are you guys, so not only are these available online, and I'll ask you first of all, where do people find you to order these, and what's kind of the price range of your creations?
Okay, it depends, like with the shipping, our smaller bulbs go for $45, and then it goes all the way up to $120 because we have different sizes.
Right.
And it's usually just on my Facebook or my Instagram.
So these are 40.
We'll make sure people can see where your Facebook and Instagram is there so they can order those. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that white one. That's beautiful. These
I'm
are
making a bigger
stunning.
one, but it's not done yet.
Oh my. And you are still doing these. So if people are in the Edmonton area, you are doing farmers markets too, right?
Yes.
Yes, downtown farmers market.
Yeah, we're with IM.
Are you guys
With
branching into
I'm
anything
collective.
else? Are you
Pardon?
sticking with the Christmas ornaments, or do you see in the future branching into other decor or Christmas items?
So far that's it. I haven't, my mind hasn't gone past these yet.
It doesn't.
We'll still try to catch up with all our other merchandise like earrings, chokers, bracelets, and
Yeah.
such.
It doesn't sound like you have a lot of spare time to be thinking about getting into new things when you're so inundated with people wanting the ornaments that you've been creating for the past year and a bit. They're stunning. We are so thankful that you guys could join us. We love your work. It's funny, both Beverly and I, our co-producer here at InFocus, we had both seen these ornaments, and we're like, we have to have these ladies on our show to talk about them. We love your work.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Well,
Thank you.
dream catchers are often a favorite gift that we share with each other. And there's so many incredible styles with individual flair available all over online Indigenous market sites. Well, we found these handmade with love by Marina Rose Toms of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation in BC, and she joins us now to talk about her dream catchers.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Marina. So let's start. Your grandma taught you to make dream catchers, is that right?
Yeah, she showed me about 2 years right before COVID hit. Thankfully, it was a great time.
No doubt.
So she showed me how, and then from there, she just showed me a basic ring and then the webbing. And then from there, I figured, why not add some beautiful tassels onto them? And so I started adding the tassels once I learned how to make earrings.
Did you make the earrings you're wearing right now?
Yes, I did.
Let's see those. I can see kind of yes. And what does your grandma think? So you've taken just the basics of a dream catcher and turned them into something like a little twist of your own style. What does she think of what you're making?
Oh, she loves them. She's kind of a little bit jealous because she showed me and she's like, for her to make one takes her a month, and for me, I can make one in about 6 hours. But for her, she showed me, and I just took what she learned, and I'm so grateful that I got to take something that my grandma knew and really enjoy doing it.
Yeah. And she must be so proud to see how this is taken. Has she asked for a cut of the profits? Like, if you're selling them, she wants her percent because she taught you how to.
The funny thing is, normally our band does like a Christmas craft fair, but since COVID hit, we haven't had the chance to do it. So I thought I would put it onto Facebook.
Yeah.
So before the Christmas craft fair about 2 years ago, my grandma's like, we're going to get a table and you're going to give me 50% of everything. And I'm like, but I'm the one making it. She's like, yeah, but I'm the one who showed you.
Yes. Go, Grandma. My grandma, I think all of my grandmas would have had that exact same response. We did talk a little bit about, Dreamcatcher knockoffs, how to spot those ones that are made by a machine. Lots of people selling a lot of Indigenous items, as they call them, on Indigenous marketplaces, and they're not Indigenous, and they're, tell us a little bit what your grandma had taught you about the lessons about making them.
Well, the spirits, in order for it to be an authentic dream catcher, you have to be in the right state of mind, and you really have to give it positive vibes and positive energy, and you have to be thanking the creator as you're making it. So then what you're putting into it is coming out. You want them to have positive dreams, so you don't want to be giving it negative. You can't do native crafts when you're angry, frustrated, upset, or you're just going to give them those types of dreams. So it's really important to always be in the right state of mind to be beading or any native art to begin with, but especially dream catchers, because they're supposed to be taking the bad dreams and giving you good dreams through the webbing and the tassels.
Are you sticking with dream catchers, or do you see yourself branching out from these into anything else?
I honestly love making the dream catchers the most.
Yeah.
But I do like making earrings.
Right.
The dream catchers are just so beautiful once they're fully completed. So I enjoy making them more than anything else. But I do make earrings as well.
Oh, we're looking at some of your earrings right now. These are the ones with the hearts. Those are beautiful.
Yes.
So it started with earrings, branched into dream catchers, sticking with dream catchers and earrings, and I think we should be very thankful to you for doing that, because those beautiful creations, both forms. Is there what's kind of the most? You do take custom orders too, right? Is there something that's been super extravagant that you've done?
The most popular ones right now are the medicine wheel ones and the rainbow, the pride colors people like to call them. Those ones are my two best sellers. They are such a hit. And a lot of the time, it's actually the custom orders that I get the most of, because they get to pick the colors, they get to choose what they want, and then it's a beautiful piece for them. So a lot of the times they'll give me a few colors, and then I will make it based on the colors they give me.
These are incredible. And what's kind of the price range for, what are the price points start at? How high does it go?
For the smallest ring, which would be a 3-inch hoop, would be about $75. And then based on the hoop size, it just goes up gradually. So 3 inches about 75, and 5 inches about 110. And then I make bigger hoops, just based on what people want. But those two are my both most popular hoops.
And do we have time to shop before Christmas? Where do we find you?
Of course, yes. It takes me a couple days to get one sent out, but between 1 to 3 days after you order it, they are sent out.
Perfect. And we see your number there right now. So if people are interested in those beautiful dream catchers or earrings, you can give Marina Rose Toms a call. Marina, thank you for taking the time to share your talent with us today. And hopefully we've got some people watching right now saying, that is exactly what I'm looking for somebody on my gift list.
Thank you.
Well, we need to take a break, but when we come back, we've got a lightning round of gift ideas and where to find them, and we talk to a seamstress who makes ribbon skirts for Barbies. And later, we talk to one of our favorite designers, Sho Esguiro, about her new book that's coming out next month and her show at the Bill Reid Gallery. A great gift idea if you're someone on your gift list is in Vancouver. You can take them to that show. Stay with us. We'll see you after the break. Join our conversation now. You can send your thoughts to InFocus at aptn.ca. You can like us on Facebook on our APTN news page. You can follow or tweet us or at APTN InFocus. Welcome back. My next guest is a huge hit on the socials for her dolls in ribbon skirts and Every Child Matters and MMIWG shirts. TB Crafting is her company, and Tracy Boucher is the creative mind behind it. She's from the Alexander Cree Nation, living in Alberta, and she joins us now. Tracy, we're thankful that you could take time out of your day to join us. We're looking at your beautiful dolls right now. You started making them and selling them how long ago, and at what point did they go viral?
Hi, welcome to Treaty 6 territory to begin with. I started making these in the summer. I am part of the Indigenous Artists and Market Collective, which is here in Edmonton. We're a collective of about 70 Indigenous artists. We were invited to go to Fort Edmonton Park, where they opened up the Indigenous Peoples Experience lounge or foyer. We quickly realized that there was nothing there for the girls or the children to buy. So after a brainstorming session, I decided that I was going to start making ribbon skirts. So the ribbon skirts were only being sold there during the summer, and we sold a few of them. So I decided I was going to actually make the dolls. So this is my creation, the skirt, the actual Every Child Matters logo. Here are the skirts.
Just hang on, hold that up. We're just looking at something. Okay, hold that up. There we go.
And there's the skirt.
Beautiful.
And then here's the missing and murdered one.
Oh.
With the pride skirt we have on there.
Yeah.
We're two spirited people. So we quickly realized that we needed something for the girls and for the children. And I made the ribbon skirts, and they were just a hit. I posted them online to show people that I was making ribbon skirts, and honestly, it took off. It just floored me. I had no idea that this was going to take off. I made 40 dolls to sell, and those sold in 15 minutes. It caught me off guard. So
sold in 15 minutes to 40 buyers, and then you said between 500 and 600 other people were asking, wanted them too.
I get messages daily, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people want to be on a waiting list, and they want these dolls. So I am making more, but I don't know how many I'll have in time for Christmas. But these wonderful little ribbon skirts that I've made.
Yes.
And they see the seams, everything was sewn down, every ribbon is sewn down. The ribbon skirts are available for Christmas. They will be, if anyone wants to order, just let me know. I will send these out for sure in time, and I will repost if and when I get more Barbies together.
You did say that also that you have a waffle donation. What's that?
So this doll here, who's dressed up, I am doing a waffle, and it comes with the shirt, the skirt, and this extra set of clothing with the Missing and Murdered t-shirt.
Okay.
I'm waffling these off $10 a ticket, with a donation at the end being made to the Orange Shirt Society here in Alberta or in Canada.
And how do people participate in this waffle?
You can email me or check me out at TB Crafting online, or you can email me direct at gtncboucher@gmail.com, and make sure that your name gets put into the draw.
Now, you aren't just stopping with Barbie. You got plans for Ken too, I understand.
I actually do. I was, because honestly, this totally caught me off guard, totally. Like, I know that there are a lot of requests for Ken clothing with ribbon shirts and possibly some sort of pants. I'm not sure how to do that yet. And also other accessories. So I'm thinking in the new year, it will be Ken clothing and probably star blankets for the dolls, little star blankets. I make star blankets. So that's one of the other things I do. I take orders and make star blankets.
Has this become a full-time? This seems like this is more than a little weekend gig for you.
You know what? I work a full-time job. I'm a certified customs broker, so I literally go from my computer up to my sewing machine every day. My husband sort of sees me in passing in waves, and that's about it.
Well, put him to work. We talked to a couple earlier, Tracy and Robin, and Tracy started this, and Robin, as she said, got fully sucked in like a vacuum. Why don't you get your husband doing this too?
You know what? The whole family's involved. I have one daughter cutting elastics and ribbon. I have my husband cutting different pieces of the material once it's sewn and unsewn. They're all packaging. My one daughter does all my social media promo stuff. So it's a family adventure.
Well, and I would have to think that this would be a pretty incredible family adventure. I mean, this is rooted in your own culture. You're doing it with your family. Has there been a little side benefit, I guess, to this business that just sort of took off without you expecting it to take off? Is there a positive to gain from it?
Well, the positive, I think, for the community and my family is the children, our Indigenous children, need to be able to identify with a toy. Mm-hmm. The girls need to understand the teachings of the ribbon skirt. You know, they need to be very proud of themselves, be very strong, and to honor their sacred bodies. You know, that's what the ribbon skirt teachings are. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of backlash saying, you know, it's about the dolls and why am I using these dolls? And it's not about the dolls. This is 100% about the ribbon skirt teachings and our girls honoring themselves and their bodies. And, you know, there's a lot of two-spirited people out there, and we had a lot of requests for, you know, the skirts for that. So, you know, in this day and age, we want all children to identify. It doesn't matter if they're boy, girl, or they identify other. Mm-hmm. They need to be able to see a toy and relate to it. And that's what this is.
We are so thankful that you shared this gift with us, Tracy. We loved your creations. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to you when it gets to be that time. We're only a few quick weeks away, and we look forward to what's coming out for the ribbon shirts for Ken dolls next year.
Thank you. And one quick plug.
Yeah, go ahead.
If anybody's been around the Edmonton area, the Indigenous Artisan Market Collective is having our annual Christmas market, December 10th to the 12th at the Aviation Museum. There will be over 70 Indigenous artists. So if you're looking for Indigenous-made items for Christmas, come check us out.
Brilliant. Tanshe, Tracy, Our next guest we kind of stumbled upon this business idea, and we don't really care how he got there. We're just happy that Métis teas is a thing. Douglas Sinclair is Red River Métis. He's a musician living in Southern Ontario, and he sells Métis apparel. I got to talk with him earlier this morning. Doug, thank you so much for joining us. I saw your Métis tees, your apparel, on one of the Métis family groups that we are on together, and I'm like, yes, especially the Métis isn't mixed, which I loved. And yes. I'm like, I gotta be getting myself one of those. So tell us, how did this get started?
Yeah, so I participated in a meme-making contest curated by my pal Will Godon, and I actually was selected as a 2-time winner of that contest, which was awesome. And so that's kind of what got the thought in my head, oh, maybe I should take some of these designs and put them on T-shirts. So I bought a web domain and uploaded a few designs, and I started to get a bit of traction with it. People were liking it, so I expanded to blankets, sweaters, leggings, accessories, all kinds of things. I can do custom designs as well, right? So if you want your name on something that you see that you like, you can just reach out to me. I got a lot of support from that Facebook group, like you're saying. Shout out to Gail Morin for allowing me to post there. I really appreciate that. And Gail, if you're listening, let me know what shirt you want. I'm going to send you one, right?
We love Gail. I love that. I'm on that Métis Families group. It's probably a couple times a day, just keeps you kind of rooted in your culture a little bit, makes you feel good to be around your peeps, right? So this is a pretty new business, right? Like this, you've just got started very recently.
Yeah, it's been about maybe a month or two, where I started thinking about it. The meme contest took place a couple months ago now, but, I was thinking about it, making some designs, seeing what I could do, but it is very new, yes. And it's just something I kind of started for fun, and people started liking it, so I'll keep going with it.
And what's been the response?
It's been really good, really good. A lot of people are asking for custom designs. I don't charge anything extra for them. So, if you see something you like and you want your name on the back of a sweater or something, I can do that. People get a lot of laughs. I have some political T-shirts, right? I also have some T-shirts that have important messages, like the Every Child Matters T-shirt, right? All those profits go towards Bear Clan Patrol, right? I really respect their work in the community. And I know that the MMF donated funds to Bear Clan Patrol during the pandemic, which is very important. So, I think it's good to make things go full circle, right?
Totally. Do you find that I think that we've always been kind of more we as in Métis people have been more, we love our infinity symbol, right? Anything to do, we see that and it's like, more so than, Cree people with one image of something, or Mohawks with one image. Métis people we love that infinity symbol. Do you find that is even more so now when there's, kind of a war on our identity? We've got a lot of people who are...
For sure, absolutely. There are so many people that, appropriate that symbol and the Métis Nation identity, right? Of course, which is actually why some of my T-shirts delve into that issue, like my Voyageur Fay T-shirt, because there's so many people in Ontario and Eastford that falsely claim a Métis identity, right? As we've learned from APTN many times. So, I think it's important to, of course, have some apparel and some tees that are made by Métis for Métis, right? It's good to be proud and to stand up and to speak out, right? And to defend the Métis Nation identity.
Absolutely. And you're Red River Métis living in Southern Ontario.
Yes.
I'm very curious, your experience as a Métis. Do you hear from some people who are mistakenly claiming that they
definitely. I think there are some people who maybe just don't actually understand. There are others, of course, who are they do understand and they do falsely claim and they just don't care. I've had some very interesting experiences meeting some people who blatantly claim to be Eastern Métis and ask me what side of it I'm on and those sorts of questions. A lot of things like that, unfortunately. But, I never feel shy to speak my mind. I speak from my mind and from my heart. I think it's you can be respectful and still disagree.
Yeah.
And I just like to think that I base my opinion on the facts.
Yes, agreed. So is this, I mean, this happened very quickly and sort of by accident almost. Is this going to be just like a pop-up online shop for a while, or is this something you're in for the long haul? Are you going to expand it? What's next?
Yeah, so, I've got the online shop right now, which is maytees.com. I more formally call the business Métis, right? Sort of like a play on the words together. But yeah, it's online for now, and then seeing how it goes, I may be able to expand, if there is the demand there. But I'm just kind of in it for fun, doing something I enjoy, and if people enjoy it, then I'm happy to do more.
I love it. Well, we absolutely have to mention, we would be wrong to not mention this, your Métis Christmas sweater. Like, are those flying off the online shelves or what?
Yeah, so I mean, if people are interested in that, it does take a couple weeks to ship, so it might be a good idea to get the orders in sooner if you do like it. And it's just kind of a play on what they call an ugly Christmas sweater, but with a Métis flair, right?
As soon as you have the infinity symbol on it, though, it can't be ugly, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's everyone's saying to me, that's not an ugly sweater. That's a beautiful sweater. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I love it. Well, Doug, thank you so much for joining us today, and hopefully everybody can go pop into your online shop and get their Christmas shopping started. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Marcy.
It was great to talk with him this morning. We need to take a break, but when we come back, we fire through the rest of our long list of handmade, 100% Indigenous owned and created wish list 2021. Stay with us. Welcome back. This next creation, these are tree toppers. They're not just for your tree. They are gorgeous, gorgeous works of art for anywhere in your home, any time of year. Nancy Potvin sells them online. She joins us now from her home in Victoria to talk about these magnificent little gems she creates. Nancy, can you see and hear me?
I can hear and see you. Yes.
Excellent. Well, and we can see your beautiful creations behind you as well right now. Like these are jaw-droppingly beautiful pieces of work. What made you start making these trees? Did they start out as tree toppers, or did they start out as just works of art that you thought, hey, they could be tree toppers too?
No, they started as tree toppers. What happened was I have these little trees that I brought back from Florida. They're just little lighted trees, and they were in my house, and I thought, oh, they need something to go on top. So I started out a couple of years, probably about 3 years ago, and I started out with these little ones to go on top of them. And then it just kind of grew from there. I just kind of really just kind of expanded and thought, well, they could go on a Christmas tree too. And then I started making them, and they just started coming there and creating them, and the response was pretty good.
These are, they look like the craftsmanship that goes into these. How long does each one of these take to make?
Oh, I always say it's a labor of love, but it's because I do them in stages, it's really hard to nail it down.
Yeah.
Like I'll start off with the bodies, and I stain the wood, and then I make the bases. So everything that I do with them is by hand, and so it's kind of a process. But if I had to really say, if I sat down, I could probably do one in a day, like in 6 hours or something like that, from start to finish.
They are just stunning. What's been the response? So when did you start selling these online, and what was the response when you started posting them?
Well, last year, around this time, I think it was November, when there was a Shop Indigenous Women's Marketplace popped up. And so I thought, well, they were asking for Indigenous artists, female Indigenous artists, to submit. So I submitted some of my pictures, and the response was just unbelievable. So to date, I've probably sold over 100 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I sell them all year.
And do you have the inventory for people who would be hitting you up saying, I need one of these before Christmas?
I have about 15 of them done right now, that are all for sale. I haven't posted them yet, but I will. And I could do more. Yeah, it would be like within the next couple of weeks to get them out in time.
So hurry quick. And these all have different materials. I love the one that we're looking at right now with the butterfly skirt. That's stunning. All different materials. They take different amounts of time. So presumably there would be a price range, right? Like, what's the general price range for one of these creations?
So with a leather jacket and a cloth skirt, they run for $300. If they're a leather skirt and a leather jacket, they're $350 because the cost of the material is more.
Obviously, yeah. And there is no way, if somebody buys, I mean, I love these for a tree topper, but there is absolutely no way you're going to wrap that up and put it away when Christmas is over. You're going to find a place to keep these in your home year round, I would say. You do custom orders?
I do custom orders. I'm not taking any right now just because I'm busy enough with Christmas, but I do at different times of the year. So I've done a custom order for a few organizations and for people. I just finished one for a woman that wanted a Mi'kmaq traditional regalia.
Well, so then on top of the time it takes to make them, there's some research that you would have to do to put into, or I hope that they at least come with some ideas to give you something to go off of too.
Well, often I ask them to send me some other ideas, and then a lot of times it's free reign for me. They just say, just go with it and create. And 9 times out of 10, it's accepted. Like, there's only once that I've had a person that sent it back 3 times, and said, no, that's not what I was looking for. And so we just adapt and I just do what they want. And I want them to be happy. I want them to love it when they get it.
I think I've loved every single one of them that I've seen that you've created. Where do we find you if we're interested?
Well, I have a Facebook page called Indigenous Strong. I'm on Instagram under Potpin1932, and you can also email me. A lot of people send me emails, so I'm at nancypotpin@live.com.
Amazing. Nancy, thank you for sharing this gift with us.
Thank you for having me.
As I said at the beginning of the show, the elves around here at InFocus compiled a pretty big wish list of gift ideas for you. Myself and co-producer Beverly Andrews were helped by our favorite social media editor, Jesse Andrusko, your favorite social media editor. He's here almost every week with us. Yep. He joins us now for a lightning round of gift ideas.
Well, thanks for having me.
Oh, we're thankful that you could be here. We have, where do we even start? It was hard to nail down this list, hey?
It was, absolutely.
And have you started your Christmas shopping?
Well, when we were talking about this, I told you that I like doing it on December 24th. But after this list, I can say that I have started, yes. Absolutely.
Which we could say, don't do that anymore.
Yes.
Because you can never get any of these things if you wait until the 24th, right?
That's exactly it.
Okay, well, let's get started. We're going to start with Métis Slingshot. This comes to us from Will Goodon. He sent us these photos on Twitter. He makes these Métis slingshots to sell. He's also hosting a workshop at the Winnipeg Art Gallery next year for those of you in Manitoba. That would be a great workshop, right? What a great gift idea. Here, I'm going to go to an art gallery and buy you an afternoon learning how to make these slingshots, which you're seeing here right now. Oh, they're beautiful. So Will, I have talked with him. He's a friend of mine. My son has one of these slingshots. My son has that one right there.
Oh, wow.
Will gifted it to him. He has a couple hundred ready to go. So if you are interested, you are going to need to order those quickly because they will go fast. You can find Will Goodon, that's Willgoodon. He's on Facebook. He's on Twitter. You can DM him if you're interested in those.
I'm going to have to add that to my list.
Yes.
Here's one, if you have a skater on your list like I do, they might want to check out colonialism.ca for this cool board and others. It's an epic illustration of Louis Riel. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I honestly just want to put it on my wall. It's so cool.
Were you a skateboarder?
I wasn't. My brother was. So I had him in mind looking at this one here.
Well, I hope he's not watching the show. Then he'd know what he's getting, right?
No, hopefully not. Little hint for him, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
Well, we talked earlier with Tracy and Robin about their ornaments. And there's a lot of incredible Christmas ornaments that you can find on crafting shops online. We found this is from Musqueam Artistry on Facebook. They make these beaded ornaments with sage, cedar, and tobacco. These can go on your tree. They're stunning. Where do we find these, Jesse? You're the ones that found these.
Yeah, on their page, they say it's gathered with with all medicines following protocol and handled with care.
Yeah.
This one here was...
I don't know, Beverly, where did we find those? NativeLoveNotes.com. That's where you find them.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this one here. Oh, here for sticker lovers. This is one from our other social media editor, Savannah Kelly. This is the Native Sticker Lovers one. They have funny stickers and button pins. You can find a lot more on their website, so they'll go to nativelovenotes.com.
Oh, that's that. Okay, we are, see, yep, there we go. Live, laugh, Skoden. That's a good one.
That's great.
Okay, so Sho Esguiro is known for her couture fashion designs out of the price range, unfortunately, of most of us who don't make a ton of money. But we certainly like to look. One of the gift ideas is to take a friend or a loved one to her Doctrine of Discovery show that's on now through June at the Bill Reid Gallery of Northwest Coast, or if you're in Vancouver. You could buy maybe a ticket for a non-Indigenous pal to introduce them to her work. They're about $13, $30 for a family to go. Or you can make a day with it with your own family and friends. Admission is free for First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. You know, you throw in a coffee and tea, maybe some lunch. Voila, that is a pretty nice gift of time and a great experience. And Sho has a book coming out too, another great gift idea. There's pre-orders that are being taken now. I caught up with Sho ahead of last week, I guess, just ahead of the Yukon Prize for Visual Art, of which she was one of 6 finalists. Here's that interview. Sho, we're so glad that you could join us. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to begin asking about all that you've got going on. You've got so much going on, but let's start with the Yukon Prize for Visual Arts. That's a brand new award, and you're one of 6 finalists. Tell us how that got started.
I applied last year, and I had high hopes. My friend forwarded me an email, and I've never applied for anything like that or had the opportunity to, and so I did. And then in June I got the call from Julie that I was a finalist.
You're in crazy good company there too, the other 5 finalists. Hey,
it's incredible. And just all of the different art forms, it's just a real privilege and an honor, and I'm such a proud Yukoner that I'm really excited about it.
Yukon is my favorite place in all of Canada. I haven't been up since 2006. I'm way overdue to head back up there. Let's talk about Paris. I think that was 2019, two years ago.
Yes.
You know, we'll see some photos of what you had there. You took these creations to the Notre Dame Cathedral. So this was well before the graves were found this summer. You had a message for the Pope, for the Catholic Church then. What was that message, and has that message changed now in recent months in 2021?
Not for me. It hasn't changed at all. I still stand true to that, and being the first generation not to go to residential school in my family, it was important that I brought that message there. And one of the pieces in particular is the Pope upside down, his picture. And for me, that more represents as somebody would put a flag upside down, like in distress. And we're in distress, and I really feel like it would be amazing to get an apology, but if we don't, us as a people and as a country, we need to heal from this. And so I was super excited to have the opportunity to go to Paris and share that message.
And the message was, you know, no apology necessary, right?
Yes.
I guess so. Now lots has changed obviously since then. You know, the Pope is planning on coming here, so we're told. We've got a delegation of First Nations leaders and survivors who plan to go to the Vatican. You know, I guess does an apology to you, you know, you've descended from residential school survivors, does an apology mean anything, or does it not, because it's taken up until now for it to come? Like, I would just wonder what goes through your head.
It would be definitely welcomed, and I feel like we would take that in a good way, and it'd be a real start to this truth and reconciliation that we all speak of. And so, yeah, I think that it's very positive and well overdue.
Yeah, no doubt. So now moving on to the show that you have at the Bill Reid Museum in Vancouver. It's going on till through till next fall, I do believe. Tell us how that got started and what can people see there?
So that show's called Doctrine of Discovery. I'm super excited because it's my first solo exhibition and it's up until June. And it's kind of accumulation of all the different pieces that I've done over the years that have political messages and then also some new works. And I have some paintings in there. Collaboration with my mom. Oh. We're going to be launching a book. And so there's super exciting things going on. And I invite everybody to check it out.
What's this book going to be about? Give us a little, you don't have to give us all the nitty gritty, but just give us kind of a teaser.
Well, it's a book about the exhibition. It goes into my family and different past works. We also have a foreword written by Christian Allaire from Vogue.
Oh my God.
It's super exciting. It's going to be, I'm hoping something that is going to should be available in public schools. You know, I think this education is going to be helpful. On the 26th, I'm actually doing an artist tour with teachers, and so hopefully they can bring their students. I have a history of working with various inner city schools through art, creating art programs for fetal alcohol effects teens. So I'm very much connected to the youth as well as the elders. I think it's very important to always give back and to be a mentor and to be a mentee. And I think if Creator blesses you with a gift, make space for other people with that gift.
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of the reason we admire you so much. I mean, I guess, how do you, with all of the balls that you're juggling all the time, how do you even have time to conceptualize and then actually make these couture designs? Like, is it getting harder and harder to actually have the time to do that with all you've got going on?
No, that's a great question. For Doctrine of Discovery, I really went within. I stayed off social media for like a year. And my mom teases that I kind of live as a recluse anyways, so isolation is not that different. Being from the Yukon, you know, I don't have a TV. I just have my home as like my studio. And I'm constantly inspired, like I don't sketch. So I see materials and I source materials in all of my travels. So, and it's my passion. And all these opportunities is really a platform for me to speak about issues that are important to myself, Indigenous people, society as a whole, humans. And I really want to see healing and compassion and more conversation. And that's a big part of Doctrine of Discovery Show at the Bill Reid. And being here in the Yukon, representing as an Indigenous First Nations person of the Yukon, to be up for this prize amongst all these amazing other artists, just that acknowledgement alone, it just means so much.
It's just crazy. I mean, the amount of talent that you have in your body, and it's like, what is the next, I guess, big thing that you're getting excited about?
Well, I'm just really excited about the book, and that's going to be launched in December. And then next year is the 100th anniversary for the Santa Fe Indian Market. And so we started up a fashion show that's grown over the years. So I'm going to be part of that, as well as part of a museum exhibition in Santa Fe. And then the Yukon Prize is doing so much to promote all of us artists. And so they're getting a booth at the Vancouver Art Fair in May. So I'll be very proud to represent the Yukon at that art booth. And so just keeping on being
calendar's
busy,
full.
being inspired.
full calendar, well into 2022. Well, we appreciate that you could squeeze us in today. We love your work so immensely, and you should be it's mind blowing to be at the Bill Reid Gallery, and then you've got the Yukon Award nomination going on, and it's just checking off all of the success. You're owning it.
Oh, thank you. Sugasamla. That means a lot, and I appreciate your time.
You can pre-order her book at thebillreedgallery.ca. We are running out of time rapidly. For that full intro, you can check out, that full interview, you can check out the InFocus webpage. That's a wrap for this week's show, putting together a list of gift ideas for you to support Indigenous creators. I'm Melissa Ridgen.